Mark, before we ask you any questions, belated happy birthday. 38, just a young child.
Yeah.
Thank you, Michael. I feel 37. I tell you, man, I feel really young.
And you look 38.
I love it. Well, I got 2 more years till the big 4-0, so I'm going to enjoy my last few years as a 30-year-old.
Now, you actually look like you're in your 20s. Anyway, let's talk fight. What was your view of it? Was anybody in the wrong? Give me your take.
Yeah, this is actually one of those kind of perfect scenarios where I think both teams, both players that were involved to escalate things probably overreacted. And I'll give it to you this way. I think Tyler Austin's slide was just a bit over the line. Not way crazy egregious, but, just a little bit over the line. Probably didn't need to put his foot up there. That being said, I don't think it warranted the type of reaction that Brock Holt and the Red Sox gave it. I mean, I've been, spiked a few times at first base, guys coming back in after tagging up or whatever, and, you move on. I mean, it's baseball. So that being said, the Red Sox now take it to the next level and hit Tyler, right? Well, I've been hit plenty of times. A lot of guys get hit on purpose. Plenty of times you go down to first base. Tyler should have kind of known it was coming, but then he took it to the next level to charge the mound. So I think it was both sides escalating it where it didn't need to happen.
And I think these middle infielders now, Mark, are just expecting you to peel off and go into center field. I think that's what it really is that you're right. It was kind of borderline, but I don't even think these middle infielders expect that anymore.
I couldn't agree more, Don. I mean, we've gotten to the point, and I am not one of those crusty back when I played 2 years ago, right? So I will say that today's game is a non-contact game. You can't take a guy out at second base. You can't run a guy out, run a guy over at the plate. Nobody ever wants to get hurt. I think our middle infielders are getting a little bit too sensitive to contact, and it's going to happen. I mean, by definition, if I'm standing on a base and another person is sliding into the base, there's a chance that there's going to be contact. And I don't think it's a big deal if it happens.
Was the pitch by Kelly, was that the right way to hit somebody?
There's definitely worse ways to hit somebody. I mean, I think in between the numbers is obviously better than the head. It's kind of the biggest, that's the biggest target, right, is in between the numbers. So I didn't have a problem with how he hit him. Did he have to hit him? I mean, I think the Red Sox will tell you, yeah, we had to hit him. We had to send a message that wasn't, that wasn't acceptable. That slide wasn't acceptable. But Tyler's a passionate guy. Anyone that knows Tyler Austin, he's a gritty. He works for everything he's got. Every at-bat that he has gotten in the big leagues, he's worked for. He's never been a top prospect. So Tyler is a gritty guy that just kind of said, you know what, I'm not going to take this, and I'm going to come get you.
Expect anything tonight?
I don't think so. I hope that these teams both realize that they both have a chance to win a division or win a World Series. And I've always said the last thing that I want is my team to get hurt by somebody getting hurt in a fight, getting suspended because of a fight, not focusing on the game. Baseball is hard enough to play when you're focusing on hitting a ball or fielding a ball or making your pitches. Trying to settle scores or start fights does not put you in the best position to succeed.
Were you ever told, it seemed like the Yankees, although their manager was very intense, they didn't get into many fights. It seemed like they were passive when it came to that. Was charging them out or retribution pitches from your pitchers, was that frowned down upon?
It was. I mean, Joe and Larry, when I was with the Yankees, and Dave Allen before him, were completely against our pitchers putting themselves in danger of getting thrown out of a game or getting charged and maybe getting hurt in a fight because, maybe or maybe not one of our hitters got hit. And did it bother me a little bit? Yeah, maybe a little. I got hit plenty of times on purpose, and I would have loved for, Andy Pettit or CC Sabathia or someone to go after him and get retribution. But if it's an important game, do I really want my ace getting thrown out in the third inning and then having to blow my bullpen? I mean, you got to think about the team. And that's the reason that I never charged the mound in my career was, did I get upset? Of course I did. but I never wanted to put my team in a precarious situation because I had to settle a score.
You know, you just mentioned important game. But these analytics make it an unimportant game. Benintendi gets a day off, and the answer is, well, this was a scheduled day off. They want these guys to get like a dozen games off a season. How do you take one of the Yankee-Red Sox games off? What if they had lost the day before? They still would have, and you got a chance to lose a series at home early. So how is this an important game, and one of your best players is getting a day off?
Yeah, I hear you, Don. I'm all for not running your players into the ground. I get it. I completely get it. But right-handers on the mound for the Yankees in Tanaka. It's Yankees-Red Sox. There's 35,000 Boston fans screaming for their best players to be on the field. A scheduled day off to me is a bad look. And you're starting to see that in the NBA where they're not letting, teams sit their players whenever they want them. Fans come to the game to see the best players. And if a tough lefty's on the mound and Benintendi is playing on the road, you're playing in Miami with 4,000 fans in the stands, that's when you take your day off. That's, as I got older in my career, I always went to Joe and I said, hey, Joe, next week we're in Oakland. No one's going to be there. I've played 15 straight. My knee's killing me. How about a day in Oakland? He's like, perfect, that's great, and let's schedule it. Those are the days you take off.
Was that after the fight, Mark, on our broadcast, Paul O'Neill said this is a game the Yankees now have to win. They can't lose this game. Did you agree that it was that big of a game?
In the short term it is, but not in the long run. I mean, honestly, the Red Sox and the Yankees are playing 16 more times this year. You don't have to win this game. Maybe if you lose that game and you're now really in the dumps because you're on a tough stretch and you haven't played well and you lose a game that you were winning big. If you lose that game, it hurts you for a week, but it doesn't hurt you the entire season. I think you got to give our players more credit. Those guys are going out there and understand it's a long season and you want to win every game, but the best baseball players, the best baseball teams turn the page. And so I got to think that any good team, no matter how bad the loss is, can go turn the page.
I've got some text messages that fans sent in. Roger from Oakdale asked, Mark, do teammates actually approach a pitcher and ask them directly to retaliate in a situation like last night in Boston?
Very rarely will you ever go to the pitcher. If there was a situation where I felt strongly that something needed to be done in retaliation, I would go to the starting catcher or the pitching coach or the bench coach, whoever I had the best relationship with. And some teams it was the bench coach, or some teams it was the starting catcher, whatever it might be. But I'd pull the guy aside and say, hey, that's 3 guys this series that have gotten hit high. We got to send a message. We've got to retaliate somehow. And the catcher or the coach would kind of nod their head and say, all right, I'll take care of it. But pitchers are in the zone so much during their starts. I never talked to a pitcher during my career in between innings about retaliation or anything like that. I wanted to keep him focused.
Mike from Northvale asked, is there an MLB fight that you still look back at as a very big deal?
Yes, I was in the stands there was a huge fight between the Baltimore Orioles and the Seattle Mariners when I was a kid. And I'm not sure what year it was, but Griffey Jr. was a young player. Cal Ripken Jr. was, towards the end of his career, but still a very good player. So you had these 2 stars in the middle of a complete brawl, like, motorcycle bar brawl where chairs are being thrown and it is all out. And my dad kind of poked me and said, look at second base. And I turned away from the fight, and there's Griffey Jr. and Cal Ripken standing on second base talking. And I've always said, star player, you always want to take one guy out, right? So in a fight, no one really wants to get hurt. That's not kind of you don't want to hurt the other team. You just want to send a message. And so I just grabbed one guy. And that was Griffey Jr. and Cal grabbing each other, taking themselves out of the fight.
I think I'm watching it on YouTube now. Is 1993 ring a bell?
That's about right. I was 13 years old. That sounds right.
Oh, this is an awesome one.
Was that the one where Messina got hurt?
It was like
yes.
It was 20 minutes long. I mean, that fight was...
Do you realize that fight, Mark? Messina got hurt by Hasselman, and after that, Messina never threw it another batter. He was on the mound when Pedro literally sent Derek Jeter and Soriano into an ambulance in the first inning. They both had to go to the hospital, and Messina would not throw inside because of that fight that you were at.
There you go. That's why I've said these fights are silly. You know, we can all talk about how macho we are and we're these big, strong athletes, but we're paid to play baseball. Fans come to watch us play baseball, not to fight each other. So they're sticking up for teammates, and they're taking it too far and getting somebody hurt and costing yourself a chance at a World Series. And so, you know, I don't blame Moose, and I'm sure a bunch of teammates didn't like him because of that. But, you know, you tear an ACL because you get twisted up at the bottom of a pile, or you separate your shoulder because you're at the bottom of a pile, and now you're not available for the playoffs. Who has that helped? Congratulations, you're macho, and your team just lost in the first round of the playoffs.